Is this thing broadcasting? I fucking hope so. I'm talking to nobody. All right. Sorry I couldn't give any more, advanced notice of going live today. I just been working, doing all kinds of crazy shit, trying to get shit set up and situated and working everything out. So it's been kind of a pain in the butt. Plus the YouTube thing hasn't switched its thing over to just YouTube Live. It still has like the Google Hangouts, and I was downloading all these different encoders and other bullshit. So I'm assuming most people are going to have to watch this like later. I doubt I'll get any viewers because I just kind of threw it up there. But hey, what are you going to do, man? So there's a couple things I figured we would talk about today, since I don't really have too much time. I think one, I want to get into ancient aliens, and also and UFOs, but basically both areas have to deal with the country of Turkey. So I think that's where we'll go today. So if you guys are anyone's interested in that, I know David B is, and a couple other people. So I don't know how many people know this, but Turkey is not just a hotbed for ancient alien stuff, but for UFO sightings. And like one of the best UFO pieces of footage is the Turkey UFO incidents or whatever, which is I tried to debunk it several times. If they're faking it, they're doing a good job. Like, I can't figure it out. But I mean, it looks really good. Plus, I have a lot of respect for Dr. Lear. I've met him a couple times. I don't know him personally, but I've talked to him a couple times. He seems like a very credible person to me. So I have to basically agree with the video. I think that's legit. But in Turkey, and I think it was in like the 1980s, man, they had like literally there was 1 year where they had like 10,000 sightings, like people like calling in, like it's crazy. Like the whole 80s, they just had thousands and thousands of sightings. But UFO sightings have been going on in Turkey for thousands of years. People have been claiming to see crazy shit in the sky and machines in the sky and stuff like that. So it's pretty fucking interesting. Now I think I'm just gonna look on my YouTube channel. Okay, I think I'm streaming live, so I think I can see any chats that anyone sees. So I'm gonna come down and see if I'm gonna try to say hi on my YouTube in the chat room on the channel. And so if you guys see that, you guys can come and respond to it or anything. So that'll let me know that, okay, well, yeah, there we go. Also, so where was I? Oh yeah, talking about Turkey. Now, if you guys saw my video, UFOs in the first, or aliens in the first civilization, to my my theory, my belief that Iraq is not the center of the civilization. That's not the cradle of civilization. In fact, it's technically not even Africa. So like, I know it's like shocking to like totally just go against academia, but for real, like I looked at the evidence with, an open mind, and and also with the critical mind, and making all the considerations. I don't see how they could come to the conclusion that Mesopotamia or Sumeria was the first civilization. The evidence that I have seen, and I mean, anybody can go and look at it, it just shows me 100% that the cradle of civilization is from Turkey. I'm not from Turkey. It's not like I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, it's, okay, I'm just going with the facts. There's things that, you might like about history or might like about history. They're fucking irrelevant. You just got to hit it with the facts. So that's one of the things. Like, the oldest megalithic site in the world is Göbekli Tepe, which is in Turkey. And the like the oldest races of people. Okay, like in Aliens in the First Civilization, I talk about how there was King Samaticus and his what he had a test to find out who the oldest of the races were, because he said even back then the Egyptians were the oldest race. And he did a little test by having a child be born and then taking the child out away from town and keep giving him to a sheep herder, and told the sheep herder to never speak to the children, never speak a word. And when they say a word to you the first time, then you bring in the kids back and tell me what the word is. And a couple years go by, and the fucking the farmer or whatever comes in, and the children start screaming Bakos. And then he's like, okay, that's a word. And he goes to the king and he's like, here, they're talking, and they say the word Bakos. And so the priests hear it, and the priests they come over and say, Bakos means bread in the language of the Phrygians. Phrygians were far older than the Egyptians. In fact, they were so old that their language, their words, is what, if you were just born and just went blah, 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 and just made up whatever, that was their language, Oh, I see someone's trying to call. Let's see here. See if I'm going to try to get you on here, buddy. I'm trying, man. I see you calling. I can't get you. I can't answer you for some reason. That's fucking weird. Oh, now I just think I just hung up on you. I think it was Brenton who was calling me. Fuck. Yeah, this thing's a fucking pain in the ass. I know just doing it on my phone isn't going to fucking get you on there. It kind of sucks, man. This shit's fucking such a pain in the butt, you guys. Go to YouTube and try to respond to my text. Like, I put a little thing in there. I'm gonna see if anyone's on there. That would help if you guys want to. You don't have to. I'm gonna keep going with what I was saying though. Oh, you know what? I should probably actually put out that code. That might fucking help, huh? I thought that was already out though. Let's see here. Where can I get my link? Okay, no, that's not gonna work. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. Okay, I got it. I'll post this link fucking somewhere, I guess. Oh, it's video embedded. All right. What was I saying? I was talking about Turkey. Oh yeah, so that their language, the Phrygians language was like the first language. Like, it's fucking, like, it's crazy. Could you imagine what that sounded like if it was just like some kids like blubber blabber fucking jibber jabber, or I don't know, but it's fucking weird. I really thought that was an interesting, very interesting story. Also, hang on, let me close this down real quick. All right. I think it was a really interesting story about the, the king and how he came up with that or whatever. But what's really cool is that the Phrygians come from Turkey. All right. And like the Hittites. Okay. So when you like read the Bible and their the historical references and stuff, the first people they talk about, like, these people were already there, were like the Hittites, and so like the people in the Anatolia region and Turkey and that whole area, like it's not very big, but it's like I could see, oh, you know what? And someone else actually came and told me this after watching my video and said that, who was it? The Jehovah's Witnesses believe that the Garden of Eden is in Turkey. I mean, that's kind of fucking neat, like I didn't know that that's what they, they thought it was in I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's like the Mormons. But I think it was a Jehovah's Witness. Someone, whoever was on Facebook and came and told me that shit, fucking come and tell me again, because that was really cool. I thought that was really interesting that there was those correlations, you know. So that just, you know, fucking that's just one more to add to it. But there's other interesting stuff. I wish I could show you guys, man. Oh, you know what? I think I can if I share my screen. I guess I don't really have anyone on here, so that's what I'll do. I'll share my screen. Okay. There we go. And so, let's see here. I wonder if I could still do voice search. Yeah, let's see. You, Turkey. See, now this place is shut the fuck up, Wikipedia. Yes, we all know. See, now isn't that cool, dude? Oh, you know what? I'll get on bigger pictures because I don't know if you guys can see that shit or not. But now, so in the region of Cappadocia, whatever, however the fuck they pronounce that, you know, I'll just say Cappadocia. There's tons of underground cities. Now, Derinkuyu is a real famous one. I mean, you guys have probably seen it on Ancient Aliens and stuff, but there is a lot more than just Derinkuyu, and a lot of these things connect. All right. So, hang on. I got terrible time with you guys. I'm sorry. Smoking some shitty weed with my boy. He brings his bag of weed over. I'm like, oh, and we're smoking. I'm like, what is this? He's like, oh, it's Bruce Jenner. And I'm like, what the hell is Bruce Jenner? He's like, nah, it's just, I found some seeds in it. So I was like, I fucking know, it's funny. Caught me off guard with that. Never mind. Anyway, stupid. So yeah, now look at the size. Now this is what it's like, you know, in Derinkuyu, underground. They can keep up to like 20,000 people in there. And now what's really interesting, like, okay, I'll tell you guys something. Now, see, like rooms like this or whatever, they would have big rooms like cut out, okay? And then they would have these rollers, these doors like this. I hope you guys can see all this. I'm just talking like an idiot, but they have these in the underground chambers. They have a big door like this, and were the Phrygians giants by Jay Runnin? Yes, I think they were. In fact, if you check out my video, Aliens in the First Civilization, that's exactly what I insinuate, is that they giants. I mean, makes perfect sense, right? Right? I mean, when you look at the evidence of, look at, you know, the flora and fauna from the Ice Age, all of it was huge. We had, in fact, we name it megaflora and megafauna because that's what it was. The plants were huge, the animals were huge. You know, saber-toothed cat and woolly mammoth, mastodons, and you know, everything was just so much bigger. And so why couldn't a race of humans, many, they're, you know, the fucking Australopithecus and you know, Homo erectus, Neanderthal man, and there's been all kinds of difference. So we know there's different types of human species. Why couldn't there have been one that was in fact giant, that lived during the Ice Age? And you know, it's like, oh well, we never found their fucking bones. Yeah, there's a lot of bones we don't fucking find, you know, not everything fossilizes, you know. I mean, the fact that there's not a single human bone in the fossil record should mean something to somebody, you know. Fuck no, they're like, it's like, you would think that doesn't sound right. Well, it's fucking true. Okay, go look it up because it's not there. We don't have them. It's all hominids. It's not Homo sapiens. You know, there's no human in the fossil record. It's all hominids. You know, so another fucking thing that just doesn't make any sense. But like, so you see these big rollers on this door in Turkey and Derinkuyu. It would only take like 1 or 2 men to roll it over and shut the whole door so you can, you know, couldn't get through or whatever. You couldn't open it from the other side. You can only open it from one side. And what they would do is if the invading army or whatever got into the underground passages, okay, and got into their city, they had all kinds of fucking booby traps to fucking take these guys out. And one of the cool things they would do, let me see if I could find a nice picture of a hallway or something. No, that's not big enough. Okay, yeah. All right, so see like this picture, like all the men, the army would come running in, and they'd have like a big open room, and they'd have one roller on one end and one roller on the other end. And when the army, or like all the men, made their way into the big room, they would shut the big door on one side, and then when they'd start to go back, they'd shut the other door. And there's no way, doesn't matter how many men you have, what tools you have, there's no way to lift it back from that side. They would just keep them in there until they died. Fucking ruthless, dude. They were like, fuck you. I bet you they taunted them with shit, dude. I would have like waggled my dick through a hole and shit. Like, aha, you know, like if I would have fucked with them bad. But yeah, teach you to come in my fucking hole, bitch. Yeah, that was, it was fucking ruthless. And they'd have like a bunch of holes, like they'd have tunnels on top of tunnels with holes drilled down through the bottom. So when the men would be crawling through, they would stick them from the fucking top, man, and drop boiling oil on them and shit. You know, they were fucking ruthless back then, dude, you know? I mean, those fucking guys, man, they were fucking smart. But the thing is that, like, how did these people make something like this, you know? Like, oh, yes, they were, in fact, several layers deep. They absolutely were, Jay. They were, it went down 13 stories down underground. You know that? 13 stories underground. And they say they carved them out by hand, you know? It's like everything. And just like, and Turkey is full of all these things, all right? And if you guys don't know, I also did a thing on the Istanbul Rocket Man. I'll see if I'll show you guys a picture of that right now. And the Istanbul Rocket Man. No, come on. I think I have it up here. Maybe not. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll try something around here. Maybe no. No, nothing's popping up. So there's this piece of you know, like ancient alien history or whatever, where they think that what they're looking at is a man in a rocket ship. Let's see if this works. Fuck no, it don't work. Fuck you. I mean, that's just what I call it. It's the Istanbul Rocket Man. I don't know what else it could be. God, I really wish you guys could see it, you know. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. I just go back to my sure I could just go to my video. That's what I'll do. Anyway, it looks like a little rocket man that he's like kind of like in a spacesuit, all crumped up and like getting ready to fly to fucking, but he's missing a head. And this was what they were saying for a long time. Like they were like, because even the academics didn't actually know what it went to, you know. So it was Zecharia Sitchin who brought it to light and said that it's a what, you love you, Papa? Said that it's a oh, Google Istanbul Rocket Man stone. Oh, you fucking smart ass. Yeah, because you figured that shit out. Yeah, well, I'm too stupid to figure that shit out. Fuck. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it was Zecharia Sitchin who first brought that to light. And you know, I like Zecharia Sitchin. I think he's wrong on quite a bit of stuff. But you know, I like that he, you know, brings forth the idea, and you know, but he tries to attach it to everything. And so it's basically, it's all or nothing with him. Okay, so if you don't believe everything, then the whole thing falls apart. So you have to believe every single thing he's saying, or none, it won't hold together. You get what I'm saying? And there's too many stuff where I'm like, he's obviously just, you know, pulling that shit out of his ass right now because, you know, I mean, fucking, he can't point to the fucking text where, he's never even once been able to point to a single clay tablet that says that do Anunnaki come from Nibiru. Okay, so like simple stuff like that. If you can't even do that, but a lot of the stuff is really accurate in what like their beliefs were and shit like that. But I just don't really fall for, I don't buy into Zecharia Sitchin's stuff too much. I really like his books though. 12th Planet, Earth Chronicles, go check them out. They're fucking awesome books. Now he brought to life the Istanbul Rocket Man, but one of the issues with that is, since, you can't really, trust what, he's saying too much to begin with. It makes it kind of fucking hard. But when I was looking at the Istanbul Rocket Man, somebody, I did a video and someone came and pointed it out to me. Here it is right here. Okay, so I'll check this out. I want to show you guys this. Because these are reasons why I think that the Istanbul Rocket Man, let me turn that down. Like why I think Turkey is the cradle of civilization. And now Istanbul is obviously, it's in Turkey. Okay. So, and this is what I had discovered. Once I was looking at it, the object reminded me of Mount Nemrut. Okay. Which if you can't see in the background is behind this big dude's fucking head, that's actually a pyramid back there, a pyramid made of little stones. Okay. So it's like they were even like the first pyramid builders. All right. Now I saw the little statue and I was like, see, they're looking at it wrong. You have to tilt it the other way. And then I realized, oh my God, it's a unfinished piece of art from Mount Nemrut. Okay. They're trying to do the exact same thing from Mount Nemrut with these styles, and you can match everything up and I could see exactly how they would have carved everything out. Makes perfect sense. And they're both from Turkey. I thought that was really cool. And then another thing while I'm on here, where's the fucking thing from Göbekli Tepe? Yeah. See, they found all this kind of cool stuff in Göbekli Tepe, like this piece right here. And this wasn't Göbekli Tepe. They found this in Kazakhstan, I believe, something like that. And they don't know what it went to. And I was looking at it and I said, motherfucker, let's go Göbekli fucking Tepe right fucking there. You just have to turn that bitch around. You see, they're looking at it wrong. See, and you can see all the other little circles around them. And that's what Göbekli Tepe is. It's a bunch of concentric circles. And it's all the circles are divided by these giant square blocks. This big like block that's in the middle. So it's like everything matched up. I was like, what, dude? No fucking way. I'm telling you, it's a symbol from Göbekli Tepe. You see come on, people. It's a monolith. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, so their shit goes really far back. And so here you can see all the other rings because that's what Göbekli Tepe looks like. And then these things are so fucking cool. Like these lines in these tracks in stone. Malta and Gozo, the island of Gozo and Malta in the Mediterranean, both have these tracks. It's the same exact looking fucking tracks. And I was just throwing around the idea that possibly like something like this is what made those tracks, because this is over 7,500 years old, but it proves they had the wheel. They had the wheel back then, So that's about 3,000 or 2,500 years before the very first civilization had the wheel, correct? Before Sumeria, that was in Turkey, and that's 7,500 years old. So, I mean, what the fuck? There's just so many things. Göbekli Tepe goes back 13,000 years. I mean, these underground cities, nobody from any historic age that we know of knows who actually built the underground cities. Nobody knows that. Why? How could such a humongous undertaking be completely forgotten throughout history? We have no idea who built it. None. The people in Turkey have no fucking clue who built it. It was just like always there. The people knew it was there and they used it. It's like coming and finding the pyramid. All right. I mean, it's there. It's ours now, but I don't know who built it. It's like it would be like that. Like we see it today. We're like, oh, it's the Egyptians. But they're like, we don't know. We found it. Fred over there fucking knocked a hole through a wall. And what do you know? Derinkuyu, underground city. What are you going to do? You know, that's what they're like. We have no idea. But apparently people have been using it for a long time. Christians and shit like that. But I mean, I'm not so sure that there's something wrong with the dating and our abilities and like the rise of Homo sapiens, you know, at least what we are today, you know, like that our recorded history, there was something before us that had to have intelligence as great as humans, you know, but were they Homo sapiens, or, you know, were they giants? And I mean, like, you know, another thing, you know, people are like, how come you don't find any buried skeletons of these giants, you know? How long ago do you think we started burying people? It's not like we always buried people. That's a new thing, all right? Forever, we just burned bodies, or we just left them to the animals. We didn't bury people. I mean, forever. And, you know, burying somebody is a new thing, and trying to preserve the body is even newer than that. So there's a lot to be said for, you know, how something is treated. Oh, yeah, I gotta stop doing that. Stop sharing. Here we go. Yeah, I don't need to share anymore with you guys. There we go. Back on camera, right? Am I back? I'm back. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so, you know, I think that when you hear stuff, like when you see like the tales of giants and shit like that, why, I mean, you have to think that fucking some things they don't even make sense as a myth when you look at what the facts are. Okay, we know that before our time, everything was huge. You know, we already know that, but we also know that humans go back a lot further than the Ice Age. You know, we've been around for, you know, like some people say, you know, 250,000 years, you know, that we've been, you know, Homo sapiens, that we've been a perfectly evolved human, like a modern human is today. Some people say that goes back thousands or you know, hundreds of thousands of years. So if that's the case, you know, why wouldn't we have been big too? I mean, why was everything else big? Well, it was the atmosphere, it was the planet that was conducive for giant things. And so everything it wasn't just one thing. It was plants and animals were both huge. So why would humans be any different? You know? And then when you think about like like evolution on top of everything, I believe in evolution, but the same as Darwin, he didn't, you know what to think about with humans, because with humans it wouldn't work. The sense that giants lifted all these huge stone monuments, it would make a lot more sense that giants lifted all these huge stone monuments. Thank you, Jay. You know, actually, just because they're giants, I don't literally think that they were like lifting the stones. Okay, like even though they might have been big, I still think that they were intelligent and like were, you know, they'd figured out other ways to lift stuff and move stuff. And yes, including their strength would help on top of everything. But I mean, some of the shit you know, how big you'd have to be for, you know, I'm like, what would be the point of, you know, using these big blocks to make a door that you can't get into a building that you can't fit? You see what I'm saying? So, but that's not to say that there weren't giants and they weren't building shit like that, and their strength wasn't a part of it. I'm sure it was. That's at least what I think. I don't know. But I think that if these giants, or if at a time like during the Ice Age, and when you look at the the evolutionary process, humans don't seem to fit into it. Okay, now I've been trying to wrap my head around it too, because I believe in science and everything. I'm not a creationist or anything like that, but you have to understand that when it comes to humans, we aren't the same as animals. Okay, because everywhere else on Earth, the animals, like on Galapagos Island, which Darwin used as a reference for evolution to show everything, that an animal adapts to its surroundings to survive. If it doesn't, it'll die. All right. If the food is high up on a tree, it needs to grow a long neck or be able to climb that tree, or it's going to starve to death. You see? So like animals evolve specifically to live in their environment, not humans. Humans are exact opposite. Okay. Humans don't adapt to survive in their environment. No, humans change their environment to be suitable for them. You see, that's the way it goes. All right. If it's fucking cold out, if a human's living in a cold climate area, does he grow more fur to keep himself warm? No, he kills a fucking deer and wears it. All right. He has changed it around him, to make himself comfortable. That's just how it goes. Like we don't adapt to survive the conditions we're in. We will change the conditions we're in order to survive. It's the exact opposite. So a lot of things don't seem like, we don't need to grow long nails and claws and teeth, and we don't need to be able to run super fast. How come? We're the apex predator on this planet, and we don't have to have any of those physical attributes that any other major predator has. We just have one: intelligence. That's it. That's all we need. And it means like we're different. We changed everything, so we don't have to, try to physically adapt to survive. We change the world around us, and that will keep us alive. That's how powerful humans are. And I could just see that another race in, the Ice Age or whatever could be doing the same exact thing, and possibly even humans. And then, Turkey would be also a great place for, like I was saying earlier, the Garden of Eden. I mean, that really makes a lot of sense, because one, the area is perfect for all kinds of, I could just see a nice garden being there as opposed to the fucking desert of Iraq. All right. I'm just saying, if you're going to have one place be like the Garden of Eden, Turkey's probably it, I'm just saying, what the fuck do you want, dog? Oh, it's my dog coming over here and bugging me. You little dog. Am I right? We get yes, that's right. We do. We get sunburned. Why is that? Why do we, and there are other animals that get sunburned, but how come, it will kill us? Like, snap. Okay. Now, even like, but all other animals do stuff to protect themselves from being sunburnt or whatever. And literally humans will get cancer and fucking die from it. What? Why is that? How does that make the slightest bit of sense, you guys? There's a ton of different things, just like where when you think about, okay, how did we kill animals, back in the day, and like how did we domesticate animals, and how do we come to these decisions that we should start planting crops and shit like that. I mean, like the some of these things, like it doesn't make sense that why wouldn't another thing like we do, why doesn't any other animal capture another animal and keep it alive, and force it to mate with another animal and then eat its babies? Because that's what we do. We're like, fuck trying to catch a pig every day. I'm just going to catch 2 pigs, make them fuck, and I'm going to eat the fucking babies. I don't know. I mean, it just, certain things just don't make make too much sense. And then if you look at different races of people, okay, so you say black people come from Africa, and like white people would come from like northern areas, and but it's like, think about it. Where do the indigenous people come from? Like Indians and Eskimos, right? Well, they literally are now. If you go and look at a fucking globe, okay, you can look at where China and India and Africa all lie on the globe, okay, in what part of the equator, what longitude and latitude, where they're like in a nice little line, okay. They all have the same kind of weather and everything, except each one is totally different race. All right, India, which is trapped by fucking Africa and Asia and shit like that, also has 1 billion people. In this tiny little country, they fucking figured out how to have 1 billion fucking people in there, but they don't look Asian or black. And it's like, what if you mix an Asian and black, do you get an Indian? No. So it's like, where, I mean, I'm not even sure how some of the races come to be. How do you get the Oriental race? What were the conditions that would have caused their features? Does anyone, and I'm not trying to sound racist or anything. I'm being serious. I don't know, like it. Where do white people get their, where do the white people get their, why is our pigment in our skin like this and our hair, different? It doesn't make sense. Like, I don't see where would you have to live to cause this kind of, some kind of mutation to your genetic code to cause you to look white. Did it help us catch food? What did it do? Does having white skin help protect you from does white skin help protect you from the snow? What the fuck does it do? What's the fucking point of it? It doesn't make any sense. Black people, I can understand, makes perfect sense. All right. And in fact, their adaptations make perfect sense. But everyone else seems kind of fucking odd to me, just a little bit off, like, I'm like, I don't know, and like, when you look at like, now, do I think like black people were the first people, or Turkmenistan, or people from Turkey? I don't know. There's another thing I learned though, that they believe like the origin of language actually stems from Turkey. And that's something else I found out. Literally, I just found this out like 2 days ago, that they believe that the like original like language, the first like English language or whatever, or Indo-European language, the first one was they believe it came out of Turkey. So I'm like, that's another one, And that's funny. Let's see what Jay's saying here. The equator. Maybe life began near the equator, and as we migrated away from there, we needed less pigment. That doesn't explain facial features, though. Correct. It really doesn't. That you, as you move away from but look at now, if you're on the equator, why do you have black people and Indian people and Oriental people? They all have the exact same climate. They are all on the equator. It's on the fucking globe. Look it up. They all have the exact same thing. Yet, it's they're totally different. And even if you're not, right next door to each other, is it really so different that it would affect your features? I mean, like, there are plenty of tigers in Siberia that are bright orange. Why? How come they're not all white? There's not very many white tigers in Siberia living around in the snow. Why is that? Why, it's like, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, what the fuck happened? Where did fucking albinos come from? But it just doesn't, there's just so many things that are wrong. And if you take a look at like some of the other ancient sites, and another subject we'll have to get into is the Olmecs. You guys ever hear of that before? The Olmecs? They're fucking bad, man. They were the precursor to every civilization in South America. So we're switching fucking continents now. We're going to fucking South America. Man, I should have I got my window open because it's hot as fuck. And I keep seeing like little bug flying here, man. He's pissed me to fuck off right now. But anyway, so let's talk about the Olmecs in South America. Before the Mayans, there were the Olmecs, and for a long time we didn't even have a name for them. In fact, okay, so when you see those giant heads, those giant stone heads in South America, those are creations of the Olmecs. And from what I've seen, the Olmecs are black. Once again, I mean, there has to be, I'm really thinking, you guys, that there was an advanced race of black people that were able to travel the oceans long ago. And, that they were like, and it's super advanced race, like how the Egyptians would have been advanced race, or the Mayans or whatever. There was a race of super advanced, like black race that is like forgotten to history somehow. And we see the evidence for it everywhere, but we seem to like fucking ignore it for some reason. It's like, it just blows my mind. It really does. Like when you see some of the stuff from the Olmecs, you're like, that's a fucking black dude, And it's like, and I don't care fucking, if, I don't care what you fucking think. If you want to be a fucking racist, or if you want to be a fucking, a fucking left-wing fucking, stupid fucking crazy ass liberal, whatever the fuck, fuck all the bullshit. I got to come with the facts, whether fucking I like it or you like it, it doesn't matter, we got to fucking just lay it out there, or otherwise we'll never learn anything. That's what's important, So when I see that evidence and I say, yeah, it's a fucking black man, I'm sorry, what do you want? That's a black dude, like they had so many statues and cut ornaments of stuff. And Jay's bumping in again with what about Pangea? Okay, so you have Pangea, which is all the continents before. They were all one continent. Okay, and then they all broke apart. And do you know what it's called when they come back together? It's called Pangea Ultima. I don't know if you guys know that, but little raspberry for you. Yeah, so when they all come back together and create another supercontinent, it'll be called Pangea Ultima. But now Pangea, we shouldn't have any humans around during the time of Pangea. In fact, I'm not sure how much life technically would have been around during Pangea. That would have been an incredibly long time ago. So, there might not have even been plant life during the time of Pangea. But, I wasn't there, so I couldn't fucking tell you. But, who knows? Where was I? Fuck, Jay, you fucked me up. Oh, of course you didn't know that shit, huh? That's right. He said he didn't know that. Yeah, Pangea Ultima. Isn't that fucking cool, man? Yeah, fucking, that's, oh, man, I got the worst cotton mouth, you guys. Oh, I drank all my shit, too, man. This is fucking killing me, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, man, I fucking smoked this bowl earlier. Oh, I told you guys. See, I'm high as shit. Fuck. Pangea would have been way, way too long ago, There is some interesting stuff that what's his face? Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. What's his name? I can't think of it. He does Forbidden Archaeology. I have his book right around here somewhere. He talks about some, he believes in like the holy Krishna. the Vedic texts and stuff like that. And you know, it was funny. I'm talking to my girl's boss, who's a Indian from, he's from India or whatever, and he's from Punjab or whatever. And so I make a joke to him. Of course, everything gets lost in translation because I was like, how they do that joke, whatever it is, like they're like, oh yeah, what's the capital of India or Thailand or whatever, and they're like Bangkok, and they punch you in the cock or whatever. So I was like, you can do that to a girl by saying, what's the capital of India? Punjab. And you punch you right in the poon, and he's like, what? I'm like, never mind. Anyway, yeah, it's funny because like I was trying to, I was talking to him, and he said, he was talking about the Bible and stuff, and I was like, talking about the Bible, I'm like, you don't believe in like the Mahabharata or the Ramayana and stuff like that? He's like, oh yeah, he's like, and he knew that stuff, and I was like, oh sweet. So I was like trying to talk to him about it. I'm like, what do you think about the Bhagavad Gita? And he's like, what? And I'm like, fuck, you really? I'm like, how are you going to come from India, talk about the Mahabharata and the Ramayana or the Puranas, but not know the Bhagavad Gita? I'm just saying, that was like, that caught me off guard. I was like, really, dude? Anyway, I really like ancient India and the Vimanaka Shastra and all this, when they talk about their Vimanas and the Brahma weapons, and it really, like the stories there are really fucking fascinating, and like their beliefs and stuff. They believe in reincarnation and stuff. Did you know that their God meditated the universe into existence? You see, he existed as it was just him. He was everything, and he meditated into existence. And it's just fascinating. It's just a cool thing. I'm not religious in that sense. I don't believe in any religion you guys know about, but I really like that. There's a lot of things I like about religion. There's a lot of things I hate about it, but some things I think are really nice and really, just kind of mean a lot. Like every year, the Mormons, they all get together on a certain day, and they read the names of all the people who died that following year. Okay, they read the names out, and because each person who reads their name out is taking, that person who died is taking their soul with them to heaven. I just think it's just a really nice thing. I'm like, it's not like I really care for Mormons or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna have like a belief and say like, hey man, I want to take your soul with me to heaven, that's just fucking, that's pretty cool, man. I give them props on that. I really like that. But like the ancient Sanskrit beliefs, of ancient India and stuff, I mean, their shit goes back thousands and thousands of years, and their numbers and stuff go back. What is it like? India believes they've been around for like ever, I think. That's awesome. What's awesome, Jay? I'm talking about 10 million fucking things here. I have no idea what's off. Oh, you fucking little fly, you son of a bitch. Man, pissing me the fuck off, man. Sorry about that, you guys. The fly is not getting to me. He's getting to me. Yeah, their beliefs, I think that they believe like that humans have always been here. I'm not 100%. Oh, the Mormon thing. Oh yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, that was fucking cool. Like isn't that fucking nice? Oh, sorry, Jay's sending me a message. Anyone else can too. Jay figured it out. You guys do the same thing. Yeah, I think it's just really nice that they do something like that they will, read out the names of all the people who died, and they will take their souls with them to heaven. So they get like a free pass to heaven. It's that's nice, man. I'm not religious, but people ask me all the time too, like, are you an atheist? Nope. Like, do you believe in God? I'm like, yeah. Like there's a lot of different things with like, I trying to explain it to people doesn't People have no idea what I'm even talking about when I say it. Like, it's funny. Anyway, but I think that, you know, you have to be able to look back at some of the religious texts and be able to use them for at least some historical aspect. I mean, we constantly see things in the Bible, in the Old Testament, from the Torah, that we know to be true. You know, like these places. Oh, and that's a fucking another thing. God damn it, it's another thing. So in the Bible, during the flood, okay, when the flood happened, God kills off everybody, and Noah and his family are on this boat. Where does the ark land? Who knows that? I want to see if anyone can figure it out. Does anyone know? Say it, Jay. You know it. Say it. Mount Ararat. Okay. Where is Mount Ararat? Take a guess. Wild fucking guess. Turkey. Ah, fucking course. Yes, Turkey. All comes back to Turkey. Now, also, Turkey is a main place. There were so many battles that took place over Turkey. Everybody wanted it, okay? Because it was at the center of all the major empires. All right. So it was like the crossroads to get to any other major empire from another one. Okay. Now I started to think, well, maybe it's not just the crossroads. Maybe those empires are there because that's where they left from. You know, you have Turkey and you kind of spread out, and that's why the empires are all around it. You know, like Turkey was the first one. So it's not like just a crossroads where you get to everything. They were the first one. Those other ones belong there because of Turkey, because they made their way out. So I'm going this way, you guys go fucking that way. You know, I'm telling you guys, I really think that the academic community needs to reevaluate our historical record, because when we say that, you know, we have megalithic ruins here, a temple that's 13,000 years old, that is 7,000 years older than the world's first civilization. What does that mean to you guys? It means to me, well, guess what? That's probably not the world's first civilization, all right? Because you're not going to have a bunch of monkey dudes just building these fucking stone monuments. What for? What beliefs do they have? You know, you can't do it with just one family or even just a small clan. I mean, you need fucking people to do this. You need a group of people. You need to have agriculture to provide food for these people. I mean, all kinds of things. So they must have already had hunting and farming down. And if you even look at some of the that are chiseled onto the stones, the megalithics, the monoliths at Göbekli Tepe, like you can see like buckets, like pails, okay, pails of water and shit. And these were signs for, you know, that they already were able to grow food. And, you know, oh, fucking missed me, son of a bitch, man. Fucking pissing me the fuck off right now, man. Straight up, dude. I fucking box that fly right up, dude. Yeah, like, and I mean, it's funny. You can see that same symbol, like, you can see it in Central America, and you can see it in Asia. And I mean, I really think that there was some kind of mass like communication between civilizations that predate humans. I mean, they might not have been technically Homo sapiens, you know, as we are today. I mean, they might have looked like humans or something, like, you know, like take like the Paracas from Alaska, you know. I mean, all of them have giant elongated skulls. Why? You know? And the thing is that with the skulls they're not like binded skulls, you know. Like we know that there's some cultures would bind the heads to make them grow like that, or to flatten the heads or whatever. We know that different cultures did that, but the Paracas, they just grew like that. And we know that because even like little babies were born with these cone heads. It was like when a baby's born, you have to do it for a long time to shape their head into it. And these babies are literally already born with it, you know? So it's not like, it's weird, and like their DNA like they have like relations to like Neanderthal over, like mixed with humans. It's really weird, man. Like it's really neat. And you know what else I was watching a video with Brian Forrester or whatever. He was showing some dance that the Peruvians were doing. They were in Cusco and they were doing some kind of celebration. And when they were doing the celebration, I noticed something. Okay, they're doing this dance, and this was a dance, and they're honoring this god king or whatever for granting them the power to live on this land or whatever. And they're like celebrating. But while they're doing all this dance and all the people are dressed up, there's these dancers who are going around with like these it looks like palm leaves, and they're like scraping the ground, like dancing, like they're sweeping. And I realized, and they say themselves, like, this dance has been going on for thousands of years to carry a message with people, And I'm looking at it, I was like, oh my God, I think I know what they're doing. Those guys sweeping, they're fucking recreating the Nazca lines. All right. So by them dancing with these like broom style like leaves, it's like showing some kind of it's a message of that this is, that's the way they created the Nazca lines. They literally just swept the dirt aside, that's how they made them. And I really think that dance was showing that and didn't want people to forget about that. Maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just saying, I looked at the dance, I was like, I think that they're showing them creating Nazca lines, Hey, weren't the Phrygians gods aliens? Also, I saw that you had a video about the Egyptian relief carving being done with sound. Oh yeah, I got a couple of those. Yes, the Phrygians were like they all had like, they weren't like, their gods were aliens. Okay, yeah. If I show you I'll go to, oh, I gotta share the screen real quick. Sorry about that, you guys. I'll share that. I'll show you guys real quick because it's pretty neat. Oh, wait. Stop sharing that. No, we'll share it all the way. Entire screen. There we go. Share. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Bam. All right. Now that that's done. Yeah. So the Phrygians and the Hittites, and this also would have included, I think, probably like the Philistines and the Canaanites, all those old races, like these races of people already existed when we came out of the Garden of Eden. That seems fucking odd. It's like there's somebody else. I thought I was the first one, Oh yeah, I'll show you guys this picture, and if you haven't watched this video, it's pretty cool. And a lot of people give me mad props at the end of it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, because it was all spooky as shit. I made it look cool. But this is the Phrygians and the people from Turkey. They had their gods too, okay? But yeah, see, like I hope you guys can see us. They had their gods too. But unlike other people and cultures, this is what their gods look like. All right. That's what their gods look like. So one's in Turkey, one's Armenia. Turkey and Armenia are fucking basically just Turkey. Okay. I mean, like, they're right fucking there with each other. They're the same fucking area, everything, the same cultures and shit. You could have just named them one fucking place. That's like, they're right on top of each other. So, I mean, look at these guys, dude. Little alien dudes. Just, I mean, come on, look at this dude. What? Come on. Come on. You know what the fuck that is. Fucking little alien, man. Turkey again, right? Damn right, dude. See, it all comes back to motherfucking Turkey, dude. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. And the thing is that they can talk all the fucking shit they want, about, oh yeah, you guys are just some fucking stoners on YouTube. Fuck you, dude. I might be, but I'm smart. You know, I'm pretty fucking clever, man. I'm just saying. Um, not everybody, not everybody walks around with a lab coat and a stethoscope, and you know, and wears glasses. You know, turkey pot pie, motherfucker. Damn right, dude. Oh shit, man. Yeah. I just I really think that that's something that needs to be looked into. Uh, and you know, you guys should totally start looking into it and see if what you guys can find on it. Because I mean, I really think how could the Sumerians be the first civilization? They have like 100 firsts, you know. How could they be the first ones to do it? They had the first wheel, the first schools, the first language, the first, really, just out of fucking nowhere, huh? Okay, like instead of saying that, okay, well, the Anunnaki gave it to them, you know, or whatever the fuck, you know, maybe that was shit that was stolen or learned from some other culture somewhere else, you know, like uh, I really think that, you know, if you have the evidence that shows that there were fucking people building megalithic temples before the first civilization, well, then that's probably not the first civilization. The one that's 7,000 years older than that one probably is. It makes sense to me. There's just too many things that flow that say that's where it's at, you know. And I think like we should make a fuss about this and start spreading that shit around, you know. Like my little Istanbul rocket man, I'm telling you guys, I fucking solved that. Am I going to get any credit for it? Fuck no, dude. I fucking nailed that shit. You think anyone will ever know that fucking we solved it? Fuck no, dude. What are you going to do? You know, just got to sit back and be like, yeah, well, fuck, you know. Thanks for taking my credit. I'm just gonna go over here and fucking die now. it's like they'll never fucking listen. But the truth is, you know, it's people like us who figure that shit out, you know, because I'm like, there's no way to deny it. I fucking nailed it. That rocket man is not a rocket man, okay? And it's not a fake either. It is an unfinished replica of the royals of Mount Nemrut, okay? That's what it is. They were looking at it wrong. They were looking at it sideways. They should have turned it the other way and set it straight up and go, oh yeah, see, that's right. I'm telling you, I'm fucking right. That's what it is. You know, those pieces that they found in the fucking Turkmenistan lake, you know, that's from fucking Göbekli Tepe. Do they know that? Fuck no. Are they going to admit that we know that? Fuck no. We're never going to get any credit for that shit. Oh, and another thing. I was watching some Eric Von Daniken talk about ancient alien stuff. And this is a video he did back in 1999. It's just a speech, you know, it's not like an ancient alien show or anything, you know, it's just him talking at a MUFON conference. And one thing he mentions is that he's like, you have to crawl to get into the pyramid, you have to use the exact same entrance that Al-Mahmud used when he broke into the pyramids in the 8th century or 9th century or whatever. Okay, so it was like the year 800 or whatever. Al-Mamun and his army, the Arab army, broke into the pyramids. That's how you get into the pyramids now. And he said that he's like, you know, when you go in there, he's like, it's like digging through straight earth. He's like, it doesn't even look like stone. You know, he's like, it's nothing but like mountainous or tunnel, like a mountainous tunnel. And, you know, he did the same thing that most people did. They just skipped right on past that. And I'm telling you guys, that's because it is a mountain tunnel. That's not what's supposed to be around there. They didn't put that stuff there. It was already there. You know, how much easier would it be to build the pyramid on top of already built fucking structure? You know, you're cutting out fucking so much of the work. I'm telling you guys, I really think, and I know I got it from a dream too. I had a fucking crazy ass dream, and it was really fucking weird too. But the pyramids fucking are case of a mountain, and you know, just like it like represents the mound of life, you know, and that's what the pyramid represents. And you know, coming out of the primordial chaos, you know, the first dry land or whatever was like a pyramid shape, and so that's where they get the whole design from. But it would make sense that, you know, like when you see how you want to bury your king in a mountain, or I mean, there's hills and there's mounds all over the world where we know that there's royals buried in these mounds. Okay, so we know royals get buried in mounds or whatever. But what if you have a mound where you add stuff on top of it and make it a pyramid? Why fucking not? It would be 10 times easier. You don't have to worry about leveling everything out. It's already leveled out for you. It's the fucking earth, you know? Oh, okay. Emerald tablets and crystal coffins. All right. So the now the emerald tablets is something that Edgar Cayce, a psychic from the 50s, used to talk about, how they would find these emerald tablets that contain the knowledge of life and all the knowledge of the ancients and shit like that, that these would be found under the right paw of the Sphinx, if I'm remembering that right. I believe so. And, you know, he was it's a fascinating dude. You guys know how Edgar Cayce used to figure out like how he would do his psychic predictions? I bet you guys don't know this. This is fucking cool. You know what he used to do? On Special K. I fucking swear to God, dude, okay? He would get all fucked up. We would like take a bunch of Special K, ketamine, okay? You know, you ever done Special K? Fucking yeah, that's a drug and a half. That shit's fun as fuck. Don't be doing drugs, kids, if anyone's listening. But if you're an adult, it's too cool, man. You gotta give it a shot. Anyway, he would get all fucked up on Special K and he'd fall into a K-hole. Then he'd start whispering all these like weird predictions and shit, you know, that, you know, people say are come true or whatever, you know. I don't fucking know, but anyway, it's like that's what he used to do. But that's what he said the emerald tablets were. Now the crystal coffins, this is something that Herodotus, the first historian, spoke about, that a civilization of people would bury their dead in crystal coffins. These were single solid pieces of crystal, and he said you could see right through to the body, which was perfectly preserved, and they didn't need to do any kind of preservation for it. You know, they didn't have to do like the mummification stuff like the Egyptians. Somehow, like once it was sealed, it would be going to like some kind of, you know, animated state, you know, stasis, where it was just like fine, you know, like I don't know, but he, you know, the way he described it was really neat. And so, you know, and another thing I just found out, now Herodotus was speaking with a general from an army or whatever, from another army, and they were talking about this war zone, and he went up to the fucking war zone, the battlefield, and there were two sides. You can say, oh, the Egyptians were dead on this side, and the people they were fighting were dead on this side. Okay, and he's like, one thing that he noticed that really stuck out to him was how hard the Egyptians' bones were. He said the Egyptians' bones were so hard that you couldn't break them with stones. It's like, it was weird, because the other army, you know, you just take a regular little rock, and these old dry skulls and bones that laid everywhere, he would just throw a rock at it and would just smash them. But when you throw one at a skull that didn't smash or would just bounce off or whatever, it was always an Egyptian one. It's like the Egyptian skull, like bones, were so much stronger than anybody else's for some reason. Okay, so that's one weird thing. Now, you know, was that actually true? No one ever believed it or anything. But there was just a fucking a report done, and this is just literally like a couple months ago, where they were studying the structural components of the skull of Akhenaten, and they said his skull is 3 times stronger than any human skull. You know, they're like, his fibers, like the fibers are just so fucking locked together in such a weird form that like his skull is like, you know, fucking super, super hard. Like, you know, if you were to hit our skull with his, you would crush our skull. You know, his skull would be totally fine. Like, it's so like they literally just proved Herodotus was in fact correct. I don't know if anyone knows that either. I mean, I doubt it because I'm like, you have to read that one report and know that exact fucking specific line from the fucking from Herodotus's histories to even make that connection. I just happen to fucking, because I read Herodotus and I look at weird shit online, I guess. So, but yeah, I mean, like that's really neat. I was like that kind of blew my mind, man. But interesting stuff, man. Some of the stuff like the histories, the shit that goes back, it's just so cool. Herodotus, man, he didn't even know what was like outside. Like someone was trying to explain to him that he's like, they were trying to explain, say, hell, hey, well, maybe all this land is surrounded by a really big body of water, and he was like, preposterous. He used to laugh at the idea of this so-called ocean being surrounded by water. Fuck off with all that. That's what he thought, But he was like a real journalist. He's like, I leave my opinions out. I'll tell you what's my opinion and what I know is fact and what I believe is hearsay or whatever. He was like, he would have like gotten a Pulitzer Prize because he did it correctly, the way he did it. Because he would talk shit about stuff and like the raising and flooding of the Nile. They said that he's like, well, there's a couple different theories why we think it does. He's like, now the one theory that probably is correct is some of the wise men say that the snow and ice and rain mountains and work their way underground once, every season, every year to flood the Nile. Now that's probably correct, but I'm going to go with my belief, which is, makes a lot more sense that, the rain god delivers us the essential rain that we need because, we pray to him. That's fucking what he's like, yeah. So that's what I believe, these wise men are probably right, but more sense to me, it's like he was cool, dude, fucking, I bet you the ladies hated him, dude. Yeah, but I think that, this the whole academic timeline has to be changed, you guys, and I think aliens have quite a bit to do with it, like where people come from, Puma Punku, and that's another one. That place is supposed to be incredibly old. I got some videos on Puma Punku where I'm pretty sure I know how they did it. And people get so fucking mad at me for this. I swear to God, dude. I'm like, you think you'd be like, oh man, that's fucking cool. It's cool because the smart people are like, oh, that really is cool, dude. Like how they split the stone and stuff like that. So if you haven't heard my theories on it, excuse me, go check out my videos. There's tons of people. Everyone came and gave it thumbs down. Like they're like, oh fuck you, dude. Because I'm like the one person who's not saying it's ancient aliens. It's excuse me. Even though I'm an ancient astronaut theorist, that's my belief. I believe in ancient astronaut theory, but I don't believe aliens made Puma Punku. Just because Georgios Tsoukalos believes on the TV show Ancient Aliens doesn't make it true. All right, it doesn't make it. You gotta build your own belief on, ancient aliens and ancient cultures. Do I ever think that there was a great alien down here lifting a single stone? Fuck no, I do not. I'm sorry to say, Do I believe they were down here using some kind of laser weapon to make something? No. Why would they? It doesn't, no, they're doing shit, man. They're fucking moving and shaking. They got shit to fucking do. They got time to mess around with a fucking stone. But I think that, that when we pray to gods and shit like that, that we are in fact talking about extraterrestrials, and that it was probably extraterrestrials that manipulated our genetic code so we were different, because we are not like animals. We're something totally unique, in the way we survive and the way we adapt. We don't adapt to the surroundings. We change the surroundings to adapt to us. You know, you just get used to us surroundings because that's where this is our shit now. We're totally different. You know, our is everything about us is, you know, it doesn't even seem like it fits with a lot of the stuff on Earth. You know, just like, you know, it just doesn't make sense. So that's that's where we're at, man. So, but you know, thanks for joining me and having a live hangout with me, you guys. Jay Runman, thanks for asking me questions. That was awesome. I don't know how to get fucking people to fucking call into the stupid thing yet. Hopefully YouTube will get this shit figured out because it's a pain in the ass, man. You know, you guys are so awesome. You guys are so much fun. Also, if anyone is looking to donate and help me out because I'm fucking trying my ass off here, all right? You can go to my PayPal, which is 10 times easier than anything, all right? And I have it linked in the description below. Go through all the t-shirt stuff. It's at the very bottom. So it's like PayPal, me, Kyle, Loya, whatever the fuck. You know, that's the easiest way to donate. And a lot of people were having issues trying to find like a donate button and shit like that because, you know, I'm always talking about desktop and everyone is like basically on their phone doing everything. So, you know, I might be smart, but I ain't that smart. See, I don't figure everything out, you know, so, but that would probably make it easier for anyone. And yeah, it's been a fucking pain in the ass, which is why, you know, I'm doing, you know, doing what I'm doing now. Like, you know, I haven't been able to, you know, post for a couple days and shit like that. You know, I'm just trying to, hey man, you know, I'm trying to make it fucking work out. You know, I'm going to, because I really love this channel, dude. You know, and this is so much fun. And thank you, Jay. Thanks for calling in and saying what's up, man. You know, I really love doing this, and you guys are the shit, man. You know, it's like, it feels nice to be able to talk with, you know, people who are, you know, open-minded critical thinkers. You know, we're not all fucking crazy. Yeah, I believe in some crazy conspiracy shit, you know, but I ain't insane, and I'll call you crazy quick, you know, because it's not fucking, there's always something's not right. All, you know, like there's things that are a little off, you know, and that's the things we like to look at, you know. And you like hearing me go off? Yeah, people like when I go off on shit. I get pissed apparently, you know, but don't get me mad about something, dude. I get fucking pissed, okay? How dare you attack my honor? I get fucking mad, you know. But yeah, so for everyone who came and donated, and also I want to say what's up to Dolly and Mike, guys, for setting up the GoFundMe page. It didn't quite make it, so everyone got their money back. So I didn't get that money, so that fucking sucks, but I'm glad that they got their money back. But if you still feel like helping and donating, you can always go to my PayPal. It makes it so much easier. But thank you guys for that and setting everything up. You guys are super fucking cool, man. And Vons, I know you're out there. If you're listening to this, fucking thank you, man. You're the shit, dude. Fucking everybody, S. David, you know, Frederick, all you guys, man, super fucking cool. Jay, you guys are all awesome, man. And I love having you guys come on here and, you know, talk about the real shit and have a brain when we do it, you know. And it's okay to be wrong, you know. Fucking, I'm not always right, you know. It's okay if I'm wrong. I'm like, oh well, fuck, I was wrong, you know. Now I learned. I move on to the fucking next thing, you know. Don't let it slow you down, and don't let it, you know, fucking hold you back. And you know, we got to be able to we have to be better than them, you know. If we want to be taken seriously, we got to stand up and be better than them. And we can't let, you know, this shit get in the way. Like, you know, I could do fake videos, you know. I'm actually pretty good at, you know, post-production videos and stuff, and I can add stuff to it. But do I know, man? You know, like, I'd rather UFO proof fail if I'd ever do anything like that, you know. And, you know, it's important that we stand up for the truth. And so people can come out and tell their stories about what really happened, what's going down, you know, because it's true, you guys. I swear to God, man, not alone. There's just no way around it, man. That's it. That's the answer. So everyone who's looking for it, don't look any further. There you go. That's it. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna try to do another video tomorrow, and you know, I might even try to do another live event because I mean I really like chatting with you guys. I'm hoping they'll have this YouTube thing figured out because I want to get everybody on here conversating, you know, fucking because you know I love hearing your guys' stories, man. You know, that's really fucking. I want to hear you guys' stories, so you know, I know that because what happened to me is real. So if you know what happened to somebody else, I want to hear it. If it's real, man, you know, like you know, I've seen it, you know, so I know. I want to hear what you saw, you know, so I can learn from it. So, but you know, thanks you guys for watching, man. You guys are the fucking best. All right, UFO proof out. Ah, I wonder if that scared anybody. I'm just fucking with you guys. Love doing that now.